Hey creatures, just a quick message to let you know that next week I will be at the White Plains Reptile Expo in New York. That's on Sunday the 25th of November. Come see me, come say hi if you're going to be there. I'm just going to be walking around enjoying everything that there is to see, and also my festive merch is now available. Yes, Grinchy, it is. Alright, let's get on with the video. Mwah! Hello creatures, it has been a hot minute, the hottest of minutes, but I'm here with a room tour. I have been taking the briefest of brief hiatuses just to, because you know, personal life stuff, but I won't bore you with that. You came here to see a room tour, I'm going to give you a room tour. I'm going to give you just a really good room tour.
Also, can we just pay homage to this beaut right here who is growing under my eyeball? I'm gonna name him Larry. I don't tend to get pimples, so this is quite exciting for me. Do I squeeze it? Oh, Larry!
Oh, this is gonna be a good video. I decided to invest in an office, so I bought one. Now, being the indecisive person that I usually am, I have already ripped out the entire office and gutted it not once, not twice, but now 3 times. It's been several completely different styles, and now it's just, I have no idea what to even call this style. We're just gonna call it Emzotic. It's just Emzoticness all over. I'm gonna give you guys a little tour. Let's go. The very first thing you see is a massive tribute to, well, myself and my my channel. And look, more me everywhere. It's all about me in this room.
You know what? This room is all about me because at home we have a ton of animals and we also have Danny and we have 3 human kids. Yes, people often get a little bit confused. We do have 3 human kids at home as well. So it's nice to have a space where it's just moi, okay?
Next to it is probably one of my favorite things in the entire world. It's actually one of my snake hooks. So I have a very wide variety of snake hooks. Danny is as well, super obsessed with snake hooks. He's been collecting them for like 30 years now or something ridiculous. This one has a flipper on the front, and basically what this flipper is used for is it's like extra reinforced. It has that little tip on the end there. It means you can really like get underneath logs and flip them over, or rocks, and this way you don't have to, you know, use your feet or your hands. God forbid you get bitten by something venomous hiding underneath. So it does have a flipper on it. Huge love to the artist who created this custom snake hook. His name is Toby Joe Peddy. Toby created this custom hook for me and it's become such a treasured tool and a showpiece for me as well. Please give his Facebook page a like. He runs a really small operation where he hand makes these hooks for herpers and people who just love reptile paraphernalia. I'm not being sponsored to say this, I just really love his hooks. He is a great guy and he deserves more recognition. If you are looking for your own custom hook, shoot him a DM on Facebook. Please only inquire if you are serious. I don't want to inundate him with DMs from people who aren't really serious and looking to order. And just know that if you do place an order, Toby really is the best and a brilliant guy who even creates hooks for people with physical limitations. Love you, Toby. See you at Herps Conroe in January. Thank you again for my gorgeous snake hooks. Guys, go and check out Snake Charmer hooks over on Facebook. The next thing that you guys will see coming into my studio is this little coat hanger kind of area. I don't know what these are actually called, you have to forgive me, it is quite late at night as I film, but I really love it. And what you're gonna find with a lot of the furniture you find in here, especially in the other section of the studio, is I really like antiques. So I like things that have a story. I like things that are well made, that are gonna last a long time. So this is actually an antique and it's got these nice sort of like porcelain handles, and it's got this cool little like marble table. I think it's marble, I'm not entirely sure. And then at the bottom there's a little section for my shoes. I like to have a variety of shoes wherever I go. This is one of my more extra pairs of shoes that I have. I think these are from Irregular Choice, and I don't think that they actually stock these anymore. I had these quite a long time ago, but the reason I bought them is they're just such a beautiful piece of art. I mean, there's so much detail on them. Look at them at the bottom. Yes, I only really wear them inside. They make me feel amazing when I wear them. I love to wear them when I film. You can see sort of belly scales from a snake in there, and at the back here you can see more snaky belly scales going on. So I just think it's a really cool shoe. Or rather pair of shoes. I really do like Irregular Choice. They're amazing. And oh, this is my money plant. I'm trying not to kill him slash her. I'm really not the best when it comes to looking after my plants. So yes, I basically just have my money plant over here, and then a couple of other plants around as well. So I also have I think it's called a Dieffenbachia at the top there. Please forgive me if I've said it wrong. I've never actually heard the name spoken before, so I'm just kind of assuming that it's Dieffenbachia. I'm not entirely sure. He's a little bit dry at the end there, so I moved him. He was in front of the heater before. Big mistake. So I moved him up higher where he wouldn't be in direct sunlight and where he isn't getting too much heat. Oh, this is my random little fish. Now, I drove with Danny up to the Skylands a couple of weeks ago, and he was in a charity store, or like a thrift store type place, and he was $3, and I just thought he was really cute, so I thought I'd put him at the top here. I also like to refer to him as my worry fish, and the reason why he is known as my worry fish is because he looks like he's doing all the worrying in the world at any one time. So I feel like I have no right to worry when I am in the room with him. Oh, it's me. Hal. This is my actual award here. This is for surpassing 100,000 subscribers. So thank you very much, YouTube, for that. This here is a Hyena toy that I've had forever. I can't even remember how old I was when I got it. I must have been pretty young, but I've always had a fascination with spotted hyena. They are absolutely one of my very favorite creatures. Oh, lighting fail, sorry. And I needed to have one on display. I just think that they're amazing. I love that they're matriarchal. I love that they're so primitive. They're just amazing creatures. Love them. Fun fact, I cried when I saw them in Africa for the first time. Insert crying footage now. Okay, also over here we have my very first Canon G7x. Do you remember when I did the bathing all my pets video, I showed Grinchy actually having a bath in his dust? Well, a bunch of dust went in behind the camera and it was just never the same. So Grinchy killed this camera, but it was worth it. I think I must have been about 7 years old when I made this. It even has my little initials at the bottom there. And it was after being made to go to this tea museum in Hong Kong with my school, and we made little teacups. It was really boring to me at the time, apart from actually getting to make something, but I actually really like the tea museum in Hong Kong. You should definitely go and check it out if you're ever in the area. Oh, this is one of my favorite things ever inside my office. This is actually, let me pull it out of this dog collar. Yes, a dog collar. This is a little guinea pig that was actually crocheted for me by a subscriber. I absolutely adore it, and I just have it on display because it means so much to me. I mean, this was handmade. Look at it. Handmade. This is a dog collar. No, I don't have a dog at the moment, but I might be leaning that way in 2019. This neck shelf makes me very happy. I have actually covered these 2 photo frames just because I don't want you seeing my kids or my family, like my mum and dad and, you know, my siblings. These frames are really important to me, and I actually only was able to buy them this year. They're from one of my favorite brands, which is Shanghai Tang. You can Google them, and they're just like kind of like a home and fashion luxury brand out in Asia. The back is actually silk, and then the front over here is like a silver plating. They're just really nice, and I remember when I was really young I used to go into Shanghai Tang back when I lived in Hong Kong as a child, and I used to actually look at this particular green, like citrus screen photo frame, and I never had the guts to ask my parents for one because they're really expensive. They are still expensive, and it took me a long time to track down the screen one, but I absolutely love it, and it was kind of a treat for myself to have these two photo frames to display really nice pictures. I'm sorry I can't show you the pictures that are in them just because, you know, I'm very protective over my family and my kids. Over here we have the substitute Pokemon. I'm a big Pokemon fan, absolutely loved it growing up in the 90s. Absolutely loved it. So he's very cute. He's obviously more modern because he's not part of the original 150, but Bulbasaur is one of my favorite Pokemon, and he looks a little bit like Bulbasaur, so I just thought that I would get him. Speaking of Bulbasaur, I have a Bulbasaur down here who is lighting up, and I will tell you about in a moment. But first of all, this is just a little shout out to my big sister, who on her honeymoon earlier this year brought back this adorable turtle for me, rather tortoise. He looks like a land animal, so he's a tortoise, and he's made of some kind of seed or nut that's native to South America. So thank you so much to my big sister. I love you. Mwah. Thank you so much for this, and I cannot wait to be an auntie in like a month. Yay! Moving down a little bit, we have this mud hut. Again, this is something that I made when I was probably about 8 or 9. Again, same thing, we went on a field trip and then we went to go see traditional mud huts, and then I decided to make a mud hut of my own in school. Then there's this True Shark Stories book. This book I have had for the longest time. It was the very first book that I purchased by myself, and I had the same book for ghost stories, sports stories. I'm not really a big sports fan, I don't know why I got that book, but I remember having the ghost one and the shark one because I love ghosts and I love sharks, and this had so many great stories in it, like short stories, and I still read it. And then, you know, I sent it to Danny a couple of years ago to read to the children before I moved here, and they loved it too, and this just means a lot to me, this book, so I keep it safe. This here is my face. I know it kind of doesn't look it, but it's my face. Hang on, let me turn this around. Yeah, it's my face. I was in a movie a couple of years ago, and during the process of having various casts taken of my body, they did a cast of my head too. So that's my head right there. That's what Danny sleeps next to every night. Yay for him. And then over here I have this Bulbasaur. This is a little like light up Perspex and LED Bulbasaur, and you can actually get these online at Amazon, but this was one that I saw like 2 or 3 years ago in Hong Kong, and at the time I didn't know you could get them online, so I actually brought it with me to the States from Hong Kong. This was what my friends got me earlier this year on my 30th birthday, and it's, you know, it was put together by 3 of my very best friends. I love them so much. So this down here is Charlie. She's actually my maid of honor because I'm getting married next year. And this is Jess, and this is Kelly, and that's me, looking like an idiot with little bunny ears. And yeah, just like that's Charlie. We actually dressed her up for her bachelorette party as Khaleesi. She makes the best Khaleesi. Anyway, I love these girls so much, so I just want to shout them out and say how much I love them and how much I adore them. That's really freaky. I don't even know what's happening with my eyes there. They put this together for me, and they helped me to celebrate my 30th birthday by taking me to a place where I could just submerge myself in balls. So yes, I spent my entire 30th birthday neck deep in balls, which is a great birthday. And then this over here is a, oh god, how do I jump from that to this? This here is another YouTube award which was made for me by my eldest son, so I'm very happy to have this on my wall, and it just has Emzotic. This is actually like made in like a vacuum form, I suppose, and this was when I hit 300,000 earlier this year, so that's really amazing, and for the best animal YouTube, so thank you very much to my eldest sausage for that. I love it and I will cherish it forever. And this down here is a Niffler. This is a Nerf. It's actually made by a company on Etsy called Draw of the Void, and they're very kind. They always send me stuff all the time, so thank you so much. And yes, thank you very much for my Niffler. Then down here we have a bit more creature art, so Emzotic, mother of ferrets. And down here is another Niffler. I know you guys love Niffler so much, he's amazing. Speaking of creature art, we move over here, and let me just show you guys how amazing some of this art is. In fact, it's all just amazing. So Up here we have just so many things that have made me laugh. This one in the middle over here says Emma in 40 years. That was actually put together for me by my friend Mike, who works with reptiles and is an amazing photographer. So thank you, Mike, for that I actually put on my wall and saved. And so yeah, all of these just make me smile and make me laugh. And I have to say, there's another one at the top here. Let me just let you bear witness to this. I was having the worst day when I opened up this piece over here, and it made me burst out laughing. It just says, "This is fan art." Look, I just have to say that the Creature Crew has the best sense of humor ever. Love it. And then down here we have my Princess Mononoke cushion. I just thought it was a really cool sort of watercolor effect, and so I bought it, and it now resides on my chair. And then this is a YouTube, like official YouTube varsity jacket. I think they're called varsity jackets, and I got it when I actually won an award at YouTube in London last year when I was there, for yeah, just like my channel basically, and I got to hang out with, you know, the creator of Simon's Cats, and I met some really great people there, so very, very, very happy with that. And on my desk we have this blobfish notepad, which I love that this was given to me by a subscriber, so thank you so much. It was actually given to me at White Plains. I will try and get back to White Plains as soon as I can. I do love going to that show, and most of all I just love meeting you guys, so thank you so much for this. I actually do use it. It's been used as a mouse holder for now. Give that a bit of a wiggle, and that is what I'm working on at the moment. Ta-da! This is some Christmas merch for you guys, so if you want you can head out to my Teespring store and you can check out this first design. What I'm gonna do is I actually have a few designs coming out in the next few weeks. This one is festive, so you can definitely grab this one. It's gonna be limited edition, so you can go and check that out. I do have adult sizes and kid sizes, so do make sure that you're picking the right size, the right garment for yourself. You can follow the link in my description box below. And we have a whole bunch of just some of the most like favorite well-known animals from the channel here, and I'm sure that it doesn't take a genius to work out who's who. I'm sure all the super fans have got it already, so thank you guys so much as well for all of the purchases that you made with the Grinchy merch. That did so well, and you know, Grinchy has been thriving on the worms that you guys have been giving him, because that's all been going to the Worms for Grinchy fund. Everything from this is going to go towards buying Christmas presents for my animals, so feel free to go ahead and contribute to helping me buy Christmas presents for my animals. Of course, that will be a video. Moving along, I have my, oh, this is my Coach purse. This was given to me by a client when I used to own a doggy daycare. Love it. And this is cool. This is where I keep my keys. I need a designated place for my keys because I'm one of those people who loses their keys all the time. So this is a cat in a macaroon. I actually just got this yesterday at ToyCon in New Jersey, and I just thought it was really cute. So those are my keys. And this over here is just the absolute love of my life, my happiness, my adoration, my reason for living, my favorite person in the whole world. Me. No, I'm just kidding. It's me and Danny. This was at my sister's wedding last year in Mallorca. So this is one of my favorite pictures of us. Just, you know, we very rarely get all dressed up, but I think we clean up fairly nicely. And moving along, we also have these, which are just holders for some pothos that I'm kind of propagating and growing, and I like having plants everywhere, so it was nice to have a little bit of water and plants on the table. Again, I have another pothos over there, so yeah, I like to have greenery everywhere. I do like a little bit of greenery. Jumping along over here, this is my little wall, a little tribute to those of you who sent in postcards or just tiny little pieces that I can hang up. And you know, you guys all do mean so much to me, and I do have, you know, your art on the wall, and I always read your messages, I always read your creature mail, I always store it. I actually store your creature mail in there, but you know, every now and then I like to pick out a few things and put them up there so that, you know, when I come in through the door, the very first thing that I see is you guys, and that just, you know, you guys motivate me. So this is just a variety of randomly selected things, pictures. So that's kind of that section behind me. That's like where I kind of like edit and take phone calls and whatnot. But then there's this section over here, which is where a lot of the magic happens. But first, let's pivot over to here. These are some really cool movie posters that I love. Again, for like the third time today, I'm a huge Princess Mononoke fan, and I've never seen this particular poster before. I picked it up at a Toy Con, the same one that I went to yesterday, but I picked it up in the spring. So I just really love it. I just think it's really majestic. First of all, what we see here is the naughty switch. I've taped it down because we do not press that switch. It is the naughty switch. Bad things happen when you flick that switch. No, no, no. Naughty. Poster over here, which is unmistakably Jaws, the amazing Steven Spielberg classic, and I just thought that this was a really cool, almost comic book style, so I picked that one up as well. Two films that I absolutely love. Again, just like the idea behind this entire studio is just to give me a place that makes me feel comfortable and inspired and happy, so everything in here basically either has a great memory attached to it or fills me with sublime happiness just being its own thing. Especially this bat. This bat over here, this majestic, gorgeous creature fills me with sublime happiness. Coming into this room, this is kind of the studio area. It is not finished. There is a ton left to do on this side. In fact, let me start with this barren, gross side right now. What I'm thinking of doing here is having these two chairs removed because I just don't need them in this space. They were actually left over from the previous person who owned the office, so I'm probably just going to get rid of those. And I'm thinking about having different styles or different types of vivariums and terrariums across here. I'm not entirely sure yet. I might change my mind, as I tend to do quite frequently. I might also turn it into a living plant wall. I haven't really decided. All I know is these two have got to go out. I'm just taking it one step at a time. For example, whoosh, focusing on this section over here where I do have some sponsored tanks, but they're not going to be shouted out too much in this video. I'm actually making a dedicated video for these two Zoom Ed skyscrapers. I'm going to set them up all bioactive, so you can keep an eye out for that video, which is going to come either next week or the week after, depending on my scheduling. So over here we have the Curio Cabinet, and we also have this Human Centipede 2 full sequence movie poster. Not an official movie poster. This was the movie that I was in. I played the very back end of the Human Centipede in the second movie, and then I come back as archive footage in the third. It was the best movie ever to be in. But this movie theater in Chicago did not want to have the original movie poster because it is not child friendly, the original movie poster. So instead they had an artist draw me, yours truly, riding a majestic unicorn surrounded by all these sweet treats, and it's just the funniest thing ever. I think there's only like 7 of these posters in the world, and I have most of them. So you're not gonna really find that anywhere, but it just fills me with too much happiness to see that somebody who didn't even know me made me ride a unicorn, a majestic creature. They also gave me glasses, which I fully approve of. I love them. Thank you very much, whoever the artist is. And thank you very much to the Chicago Theatre who actually got in touch with me to ask if I wanted any. Thank you very much. Oh look! Hello! It's Emzotic. And these are, as I said, my Skyscraper Terrariums. They're not all set up yet. There's a lot of work to do with them. There is a ton of work to do. They're just set up in here for the moment, just hanging and chilling on this drinks cabinet. This is again another antique. This is one that I bought from a sort of like second-hand restore type place, and the reason I wanted this one is because it has the ability for these 2 shelves to be pushed together. So say I'm filming like this, I can either have them apart like this, or if I wanted to like film over here, I could push them together to close this gap. So I thought it was a really cool idea just to have it. So that is a drinks cabinet. I actually don't know what I'm storing underneath there. Am I storing anything? Oh yeah, supplies. So I will talk about those in another video. I absolutely love them though. The skyscrapers are just really cool. And then over here we have a plant. He needs a name. I think we're gonna call him Hades, because he's a very devilish looking plant. He's very cool. He's a little palm. Love him very much. He's very happy in his space down there. And then I also have this amazing cutout. You know what? Just because it's blinking for the moment, I'm gonna switch it off with my remote control. There we go. This over here was a custom piece of metal that I had made, and I am very sorry to say this, but I will not be shouting out nor recommending the person who made it, because they basically almost just did like a runner with what I paid them. It took me months, like 3 months, no joke, to track them down, to finally get this. And then there was all this, like, you know, guilt shaming going on where it was like my fault even though I paid, and then they were lying to me a whole bunch of stuff. So unfortunately I cannot recommend the person who actually made this, but if you want something similar, then you can find people who are steel workers or iron workers who will make this for you. I think it's iron. Yes, they are iron workers. You can definitely find iron workers to make you bespoke products. So this is like a bespoke T-Rex head. I absolutely love it. I had it made in this like rust effect, which I think is called gold patina or rust patina. So it looks like a fossil during the day, and it's really nice and textured. Despite our differences, I have to say the actual finish on the design is incredible. It's very, very good quality. And what Danny did is he actually helped me with this. He mounted it on the wall and left some space behind it so that we could put LEDs. I'm not going to take any credit for that. That was all Danny's work, so thank you very much to my love of loves for putting that up for me. And it does mean, which I'll show you later in greater detail, that I can just go whoosh, or I can go whoosh and change it colour and change it again. And yeah, I've got all these crazy colour combinations that I can do, but I'm just going to switch it off for now because the blinking on the screen is just too much. These are 2 empty Exo Terrors in the corner. I'm going to do those up nicely as well, and then maybe put some stuff at the top there, like maybe have them going all the way up to the ceiling. I don't know. The plan is not really to keep anything in them. I just like this look of full enclosures. I don't feel the need to fill every enclosure just because I have them, and that's something that I'm going to be leaning towards more in the future, as well as, you know, just having loads of really nice setups and not necessarily even keeping anything in them. So yeah, that's my thing. I just like having nice looking enclosures. So I have to decide how to do them. Like, do you think I should do a desert and a maybe rainforest? I don't know. Maybe I'll just do 2 desert ones because these are 2 going to be sort of rainforesty. So yeah, I think I'm going to make them deserty. I don't know. Leave your comments down below. I might even move them. I might even discard them. I don't know. I just really like them, so I don't know what I'm going to do to them, but yeah, let me know what I should do with my Exo Terrors. They are sitting on 2 matching, again, antique side tables, but I decided that I didn't like them as individual side tables, so I stacked them and made them into storage in this lovely studio space. So inside, I don't know what I've got in this one. Oh, this is a mount for my television. I haven't put it up yet. And then there's a bunch of Zoom Ed supplies in the back there for my Bioactive. Back up here, this is my watering can, and it's a very sexy watering can. I'll tell you why it's a sexy watering can. It's because it's so precise. Like, look at the stream on this. Are you ready? It's got such a great stream. I love it. Like, it's so precise, and it was Danny who pointed that out to me, that not all watering cans are made equal, and this is a lovely, lovely watering can. So I actually got this for really cheap on Amazon Prime. I'm all over that Amazon Prime. I'm so sorry that they're killing everyone else, but you know, that same day shipping, gotta love it. And then over here, la 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 la, is my TV, which I am not pleased with. It works fine, except I bought it to be a DVD player as well, and the DVD player at the back here does not work. It's like not even real. It's so cheap. So instead of sending it back, which would have cost a lot, all I did was I took this DVD player from, I think, one of Danny's old TVs, and I just hooked it up at the bottom here. It works fine. I might even exchange that for a Wii because I really like playing on the Wii. Wii! That was just, I'm sorry, I don't even know what that was. But I'm probably going to end up setting up a Wii down here, or like a PS4, so that in between editing breaks I can like edit back there and then come over here and play Mario Kart or Tekken on the PS4. But let's have a look at how this glorious studio space looks at nighttime. You ready? I'm not gonna lie, I feel really smug about my office. I really like it. I feel like I still have to do some work in here. Like, you see this arch over here? This arch needs its own set of lights for sure. So I think I'm gonna get onto that. Maybe even tonight. And I just really love the creature art wall. Thank you guys so much for sending me these beautiful pieces of artwork in. I actually have a ton more, but I haven't got around to actually putting them all up. I will do, because I want to fill the space, like all of this gap here and up there and all over here, like all of this. I want this all to be just art everywhere. Everything to the excess. Love it. Love it. Love. Love. Go home, Emma. You're tired. Thank you guys so much for watching my studio tour. I will see you in another video soon. Bye.